Hi, welcome to GRE Vocab Capsule of Top 500 Words. I am Arijit. Let's start. In today's video, we are going to discuss the set of words starting with the letter D. Let's deep dive and see what are these words. Uh, the words are dauntless, decry, descry, delectation, denigrate, deracinate, derelict. Let's look at the words in details. Dauntless. Dauntless means showing fearlessness or determination. Dauntless. Dauntless bravery. The synonyms can be fearless, determined, resolute, indomitable, cannot be dominated, intrepid, fearless, doughty or plucky, mettlesome, gritty, undaunted. Dauntless or undaunted mean the same thing. Undismayed, who are not dismayed, not taken aback, unflinched, unabashed, unfaltering, unflagging. If I look at it like this, unflinched, who don't get flinched, who are not abashed, who are not faltered, who do not flag. They are audacious, valiant, brave, lion-hearted, or gallant. So let's round it up. Dauntless are fearless people who are determined, resolute, plucky, doughty, mettlesome, gritty, undaunted, undismayed, unflinched, unabashed, unfaltering, unflagging, audacious, valiant, brave, lion-hearted, or are gallant. Right? Let's move to the next word. Decry. Decry means to publicly denounce somebody or to publicly condemn or criticize someone. That's decry. The activists decried human rights abuses. Publicly condemn or criticize. Synonyms can be to denounce, to condemn, to criticize, to censor, to fulminate. Fulminate to show your anger. Rail is to again show your anger. Inveigh, carp and cribble both mean the same thing, to be very angry. Pillory, very angry on somebody. To lambast is one-sided diatribe on someone. Deplore, vilify, execrate, revile, disparage, deprecate, derogate, cast aspersions on someone, excoriate, animadvert, asperse. They all means to publicly condemn or to criticize someone, to censure someone, to fulminate or to lambast, to pillory. So let's round it up. Decry means to publicly denounce or to condemn, to criticize, to censure, to fulminate, to disparage, deprecate, derogate, to cast aspersions on, to excoriate, or to asperse. Let's move to the next word. Descry. Decry followed by the word descry. Nothing to do with decry. Descry means to catch sight of. Descry. There's an S in between. She described two figures. Synonyms can be to perceive, to detect, to recognize, to notice, to observe, become cognizant of, to be aware of, or to espy, means to catch sight of someone. Delectation. Delectation means pleasure and delight. They had all manner of rock and roll goodies for our delectation. Let's look at the synonyms. Enjoyment, gratification, delight, pleasure, happiness, satisfaction, relish, entertainment, amusement, diversion, or titillation. So let's round it up. Delectation is basically pleasure and delight. Can be enjoyment, gratification, delight, or happiness. Can be diversion from or titillation. Let's move to the next one. Denigrate. Denigrate is to criticize unfairly or disparage, belittle or diminish somebody, to deprecate someone, to vilify somebody. That is denigrating somebody. Okay, let's look at a sentence. Doom gloom merchants who denigrate their own country. There are some people who always denigrate their own country. Synonyms can be to disparage, to belittle, to diminish, to deprecate, to cast aspersions on, to to decry. The first word, to sully the reputation of, to defame, to slander, to libel. Libel is written defamation on somebody. To calumniate, to besmirch, to slight, to revile, to malign, to vilify, to slur, to asperse, to derogate, to vilipend, to vituperate. They all means to denigrate. Let's round it up. Denigrate means to criticize unfairly somebody or to disparage. It also means to belittle or to diminish somebody, to deprecate someone, to cast aspersions on someone, to decry, to sully somebody's reputation, defame or to slander, to libel, to calumniate, to besmirch, to slight, to revile, to malign, to vilify, to slur, to derogate, vilipend, or to vituperate. Let's move to the next word. Deracinate. Deracinate is to uproot someone from their natural geographical, social, or cultural environment. Let's look at a sentence, we'll understand it better. A predatory mining company that threatens to devour the land and deracinate the locals, to uproot and throw away people, as good as to defenestrate, as if to throw out of the window, defenestrate. Okay, synonyms can be to put an end to do away with, to get rid of, to terminate, to eradicate, to destroy, to annihilate, to stamp out, to obliterate, to extinguish, eliminate, exterminate, expunge, extirpate, to quash, to annul, to rescind, to repeal, to revoke, to jettison, to vitiate, to abrogate. Okay, let's round it up by quickly remembering how to remember synonyms. Deracinate basically means to uproot somebody, to put an end to something, to get rid of something. Multiple words starting with the letter E are synonyms. To eradicate, to extinguish, to eliminate, to exterminate, to expunge, to extirpate. They all mean to do away, to put an end to something, or to annul or squash somebody permanently. It also means to rescind or to repeal, to revoke, or to jettison, or to vitiate, or to abrogate something. Right, folks? Let's move to the next word. Derelict. Derelict means something in very poor condition. In a very poor condition as a result of disuse or neglect, somebody who has not used it. So it's in derelict. A derelict Georgian mansion. The, the barge lay derelict for years. Synonyms can be dilapidated, ramshackle, ruined, rickety, creaky, creaking, descript, crumbling, deserted, discarded, forsaken, or relinquished. Derelict has got another meaning. Shamefully negligent of one's duty. That's also dereliction of duty. Let's see. He was derelict in his duty to his country. The synonyms can be negligent, neglectful, to remiss, to lax, careful, sloppy, slack, irresponsible, delinquent. A third meaning can be a person without a home, job, or a property. Derelicts who could fit all their positions in a paper bag. Typical destitutes. Vagrant, vagabond, drifter, beggar, mendicant, outcast, pariah, basically beggars. So derelict has got three meanings. Something that's in a very poor condition as a result of disuse or neglect, something that is ruined or ramshackled, dilapidated kind of. It can be neglectful, shamefully being negligent of one's duties or obligations. Somebody who is negligent, neglectful. A person who is not having a home, job, or property can be a vagrant, vagabond, drifter, beggar, mendicant, or an outcast. Right, folks, that brings us to the end of this set.